Alpine's performance at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix will go down in history as one of the most impressive double podiums F1 has ever seen. Before the Brazilian Grand Prix, the team hadn't finished higher than 9th, senior management were getting replaced quicker than Nyck De Vries, and the engine project had been shut down. The only optimism surrounding the team was that they might sell up to Andretti. However, in Sao Paulo, Esteban, Ocon and Pierre managed to haul a terrible car to an unforgettable double podium. The significance of that result is huge, and it has brought absolute misery to the rest of the backmarkers. Today, I'll check out how they pulled it off and what the result means, so don't go anywhere. Esteban Ocon and Pierre executed a phenomenal performance at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix to claim their best overall result in recent years, as the Alpine pair secured a shock double podium in a heavily disrupted race. They were the feature of just one of a number of incredible storylines over the weekend, but they were surely the most surprising. Yes, Verstappen winning from 17th was a shock. Lance Stroll beaching his car for no reason was mind-boggling, but an Alpine team that are doom-spiraling, securing a first double podium in over a decade, was actually unimaginable before the weekend. Wet weather may be the great equalizer in F1, but Alpine needed more than just some equalizing to pull off a podium finish, never mind two. In the postponed qualifying session, Ocon took advantage of the mixed conditions to start from P4, with Gasly forced to settle for P13 after he was unable to set a lap due to the myriad of incidents. Even with a second row start, no one will have bet on Esteban Ocon converting that to a podium finish. With Ferraris, Red Bulls, Mercedes, and pretty much everyone else but the Saubers behind him likely to take a trophy home, it required some impressive driving from Ocon to make it happen. Not even Alpine fans would have fancied a points finish for Pierre in 13th, yet he did it and some. The pivotal moment in the race for Alpine was the virtual safety car and then the red flag that followed shortly after. George Russell in first, Lando Norris in second and Yuki Tsunoda in fourth all pitted during the VSC, leaving Ocon, Verstappen and Gasly to take over first, second and third in the race before the FIA waved the red flag. Lando Norris after the race would say that Red Bull's decision to leave Verstappen out was lucky, but that wasn't entirely fair. Even looking only at this pivotal moment in the race and ignoring the other errors which cost him places, Norris is only partly correct in his assessment. Verstappen and the Alpine drivers were fortunate, but not simply because of the fact the red flag was shown after Colapinto binned it. What really made the difference was the timing of the virtual safety car period. This was the moment fortune smiled on the podium trio, but also where McLaren and Mercedes made race-losing errors. The teams know that pitting under a VSC or safety car will lose you half of the time it would do under normal racing conditions, so they're always looking to make the most of those opportunities. When the VSC period began at the very start of lap 28, race leader Russell had already passed the pit entrance, with Norris close behind. So had Esteban Ocon, who was almost 13 seconds behind in third, followed by Yuki Tsunoda and Verstappen. The second Alpine of Pierre narrowly missed the opportunity to make it in. As Russell and Norris came round toward the pit entrance at the end of lap 28, the TV camera showed Nico Hülkenberg, who had caused the VSC by getting beached in the runoff at turn 1, driving back down the road. With the car moving again, the race director ended the VSC just as Russell and Norris were moving to enter the pits. Russell was actually on the radio at Junção saying that they should stay out because he thought the race would get red flagged due to rain. The teams have the TV feed on the pit wall. They knew that Hülkenberg was moving again. There was an opportunity for both teams to tell their drivers not to pit, but neither took it. It was a small opportunity, but it was there. That decision was terminal for Norris and Russell's race, but it was ideal for Alpine. From there, the French pair made the most of their car's surprising wet weather performance to go on and grab an unimaginable double podium. Before I talk about the consequences of that result, if you want to support the channel, make sure to check out f1reverse.com to get yourself some sweet Formula 1 inspired merch. And if you're enjoying the video, give us a like. Thanks a lot. Speaking after the race, Gasly said, "I'm absolutely buzzing right now. I'm just so proud of the team. To overcome such a tough season, it would have been too easy to give up, but we never gave up, and here we are. Both cars, P2 and P3, a lot of points for the team, and everyone should be very proud today. It's incredible for the whole team. We had such a tough season. We've struggled to score points. In these conditions, everything was possible. No one believed it until the end. 2 cars on the podium. I don't think anyone would have got that on their bingo card ahead of this season. It's just fantastic. While this result will live happily in the memory of the whole Alpine team, it's worth far more than a few smiles and a champagne shower. Before this race, Alpine found themselves 9th in the constructors' standings with just 16 points, but their mighty result at Interlagos has propelled them up to 6th, ahead of typically stronger midfield teams like Haas and VCarb. The silverware isn't just a major morale boost for the Enstone squad and incoming team principal Oliver Oakes, but it may also make a $30 million difference in prize money as the team vaulted from 9th to 6th with 3 rounds to go. Executive advisor Flavio Briatore spoke to Sky Italia after the race and not only analysed their brilliant result, but shared how much it could be worth to the French manufacturer. Briatore said, "The wet has certainly helped us to alleviate the engine deficit. In Las Vegas, we'll certainly suffer because it is an engine track. In the wet, the difference in engine power is effectively zeroed out. We must make up for this lack for 2025. We're missing about 3/10 from the engine. We know that this is the case. We must try to do well by improving aerodynamics and tyre study without feeling sorry for ourselves." Steps forward in the constructors? From 9th to 6th is not 30 million euros, it's 29.2. It is the first thing I asked for. In any case, today was a fantastic GP. F1 teams may be massive businesses with a large amount of their income coming from sponsorship, but $30 million is $30 million. That kind of money will make the Alpine board very happy. It'll also make the team members very happy as well. All F1 teams are believed to include bonus clauses in their employment contracts, which are tied to team performance. From the engineering interns to the team principal, everyone will be getting a much better Christmas bonus than they expected. Unfortunately for the rest of the bottom 5 though, Alpine's gain has come at their expense. For Williams in particular, Alpine's 33-point haul from the Grand Prix means they will finish the season in 9th position. Following a disastrous weekend for the Williams team, who had 3 serious wrecks on Sunday, team principal James Vowles said, "The nature of Formula One is that you can have some of the most incredible feelings and results, as well as some of the lowest moments that you can feel within a sport," Vowles said. "I think it's fair to say this weekend is the second of those 2. We've had 3 incredibly large crashes in just a few hours from one another, and have a tremendous amount of work to get ourselves back on top of our spares situation before we go to Las Vegas in just a few weeks' time. I'm hurting right now." This late in the season, no team wants to be spending money on new spare parts, and with almost nothing to fight for over the remaining 3 races, Williams might opt to run 2 Frankenstein cars built from the odds and ends they have from upgrade packages throughout the season. The total cost of Colapinto's 2 crashes and Albon's 1 will total into the multiple millions of dollars. Even if Williams did want to spend that money to run the final 3 races with their top spec car, they might actually not have the budget space to spend it. Before Brazil, they had secured 4-point finishes in 5 races with a strong late-season performance, but now those results are meaningless. For Haas and VCarb, the situation is far less dire. 8th place VCarb have 44 points, 7th placed Haas have 46, and 6th placed Alpine have 49. The remaining 3 races are going to be an all-out war between those 3 teams to secure the incredibly lucrative Constructors' Championship positions. But who do you think will come out on top? And were you as shocked as I was at Alpine's performance in Sao Paulo? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.